Alliance tournament. I just want to share one thing before we get started here. Michael Bolton 3 just told us all that he owns a vibrator, but he only uses it to massage his legs when he's hungover. I'll let you figure out what that means as we get to the match. Right now we have Goonswarm Federation, my personal favorites, versus Brick Squad. Goonswarm has brought a Vindicator. Vindicator's worked well last match. What do you think of these setups, Kill 2?
I don't know. They're both pretty cool, but I'm kind of rooting for Brick. I kind of like their setup more. I guess it'll depend a bit on whether or not Goons are able to get anything tackled early. It looks like Goons came to the beacon at 0, of course, with the Vindicator, whereas Brick started at range, of course. And they have like lots of room to run right now, so it's kind of just going to be a matter of if they like mess up and get tackled early, and then after that, whether or not they can take care of the Goonswarm support and tackle
Goonswarm is
before.
already in the lead with 1 point, off to an early start.
That's, of course, because Brick didn't field the full amount of points, not because something died, in case you're confused. It looks like the Vindicator has managed to... I'm trying to get zoomed in here in my messed up client. Looks like he's managed to tackle something. Yeah, they're all...
fast,
well, they're on top of an Enyo right now. Goon... Wait, what is going on? I can't... there's like a little support fight going on.
Yeah, the little support fight. But all the Goonswarm ships are armor tanks, and they're going to be rep by that Oniro, so just because his shield dropped so fast, don't count him out yet.
Oh, hold on. I don't know.
And Brick Squad's Scimitar just got tackled, which could be very bad for them, especially if that Vindicator catches up with them.
That's what I just noticed too. The Scimitar. Okay, he's right there in that ball with the Vindicator and the Brutix. I don't know how. I was having a hard time seeing that. Smart Bombs have cleared all the drones away now, so it's easier to see. But he is definitely pinned down by the Brutix and Vindicator, so that's certainly bad news for Brick Squad. However, for whatever reason, he's not taking a lot of damage yet. Even though there's not even any E-War, there's no tracking disruption or anything going on the Vindicator or the Brutix. So that might just be like complete SIG tanking of all that damage. I don't know why he's not taking more damage for the time being.
I don't either. It looks like they got newts on him. Scimitar is being neuted.
Yeah, which is of course important. You know what's weird? I don't trust my client at all, but it doesn't look to me like the Scimitar is webbed. Yeah, he's not. He's scrammed. So he's basically orbit tanking, and with a really small SIG. Okay, now he's webbed. So maybe now they'll actually...
Yeah, the Scimitar's, he's only moving about 50 meters per second. So once that Vindicator gets some guns on him, he's going to die.
Right, yeah, now he's slowed down. He was going about 200 before. There we go. Now they're able to track. So.
There he goes.
Yeah, that happened pretty quick once they got him slowed down. So I don't know why they were able to get that tackle so easily. I mean, maybe the Goons support, the Incursuses and the Enyo were able to get in there without, you know, anything stopping them, which should have been, I guess, what the Daredevil and Hyena and Ishka were doing, but for whatever reason that didn't happen. And from here on out, it actually looks really good for Goons. I wasn't so sure.
Absolutely, it does.
Going in, but no, they're in good shape.
Goonswarm armor tanking is holding wonderfully with that Oniros, repping everybody. Without their Scimitar, Brick Squad is just going to fall down at this point.
I wonder where the Talos DPS was earlier in the fight. They might have been, because you can see now they're able to do pretty decent damage to the Goon Oniros now that the Taloses are actually shooting it. But I wonder if early on they were either shooting, maybe shooting the Enyo that had the tackle on the Brick Scimitar to try to get him clear before he got tackled by the Vindicator, or if maybe, I mean, the Vindicator and Brutix have taken damage too, so maybe they were just trying to break those tanks through the Oniros wrapping, which obviously
did not work for them at all. The Brick Squad tacklers are chasing around that Oniros right now, and he is tackled. He's got a bunch of drones and everything. No, those are rep drones that are repping him. I think those rep drones are a big factor of the Goonswarm tank right now. It seems to be working pretty good.
Lost a Talos, and with only one Talos left in their frigs, they are going to have a really hard time. They've actually gotten through the Oniros' shields finally. They've actually gotten through all of the shields on the Goonswarm's team, but Goonswarm being an armor team, the Oniros could be shield tanked, but the rest of them aren't anywhere near being in danger. And now with just the one Talos left, who is webbed, it's going to be not long before there's actually no DPS at all left on the field for Brick Squad.
Yep, it's about time we saw some Goons doing good in the tournament. The Goonswarm has a long history of just completely screwing up the tournament, not even for their flying the ships. Last year, we didn't get our entry fee paid to the right alliance. We paid 2 billion ISK to the CCP Engineering Alliance, which is some utility alliance that CCP does stuff with. A couple years before that, we had too many points on the field and got disqualified. We're pretty much terrible at this. But once we get in, once we're flying around, we're doing good. Attaboy, bros. I'm bro-fisting you right now through the internet. Here it is, my bro-fist.
I really hate to think about the way the rest of this tournament's going to be with you and Laz. If like, oh, and imagine if Test did well.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful. So far today,
but...
all of the Alliance tournament, or all the CFC teams in the Alliance tournament have done terrible. Goonswarm is the first one to win today, so we're turning this ship around. Your next Test. Don't fail.
Pretty cool if Vindicators win back-to-back matches. That's actually so unusual and really, really awesome.
It's as if the Vindicators have been vindicated. Oh, I went there.
Good job. So just these two support ships left to go. Daredevil going down right now, and an Ishkar will be right after that. We should talk a little bit about Merlins. I saw a post, someone asking what the deal is with Merlins being so popular. Because they really... Yeah, they got a change, right? They did a frig rebalance recently, so that a lot of the newer ships you get into in the game are stronger and got rebalanced, and Merlin's one of them, and it benefited a lot. It has 4 mids, which is really good for the tournament, and it does a lot of damage with blasters, so it's a really, really great use of the couple points it costs to field, and it's, yeah, that's why we're seeing a lot of them. And if you're new to EVE, or you're thinking of playing EVE, and you see a lot of these Merlins, that's a ship you can fly day 1, and so is the Incursus, which is another one that's on the field right now. So
on my first day in EVE, when I joined Goonswarm, I was presented with a Merlin. It was my very first ship, and they have a very near and dear special place in my heart. I love them. So it looks like that last Brick Squad ship is dead. Brick Squad completely bricked. Goonswarm domination. Attaboy. Woo! Good to see. With that ends this match, and we'll clean up these corpses and see you guys in 10 minutes.